Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we're going to talk about the new Cheelai support that comes in the Anniversary 2021 box. It comes out in a couple weeks. I'm really excited for this card. There's been like that little support for Cheelai, I wish, a little bit, and then this just kind of makes it viable. It's kind of the card I've been looking for the deck in general, and I'm super happy with it. I don't know if I'm in like the majority or minority for Cheelai getting support in the Anniversary box, but I think it's really cool. I think it's thematic and it's going to help out the deck a lot in general. So let's talk about it. We got another card, but it's not as good for the deck, but we'll talk about it. But we've got Broly Sand Instinct, unique permanent. If your leader card is a green Shadowrun card with the activate main skill and a green extra card desire and an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy from your hand, you may place this card at the bottom of its owner's deck. If you do, reduce the activation cost of the extra card's activate main skill by 1 green. So all that really means is that you can play a green extra card desire for 1 less. You can't play it for less than your current energy. So let's say you have 2 energy and you only have 1 energy, and you have this guy out by itself. You can't play allied reinforcements for 1. It has to be less than or equal to your current energy. That also means that you can't have this guy out and then play Kind Wish for 3. You have to wait until you're at 4 anyways. But that's still really great for what it does. And also the fact that it puts it at the bottom of its owner's deck is very great, because it lets you just pretty much use it for free. It just frees up your board so you can use some other stuff, because you need to have a clear board for some effects. It also just has auto. When this card is played, place up to 2 cards with Dragon Balls from your deck in your drop area, then shuffle your deck. If you place a card in your drop area using the skill, draw 1. This is also just amazing. Being able to get through 3 balls on your first turn between this card losing 2 and also your leader finding 1 is fantastic for the deck, and really what it's looking for. And it can really just set you up for a turn 2 awakening pretty consistently as long as you see this card. So I really like it. I think this is a very good card for the deck. We also have Encountering the Unknown. So this is less of support for it, but we do have to talk about it. So it's activate a battle, limit 1 if your leader card is a green Cheelai BR. Also the fact that just says Cheelai BR, not Limo BR as well, means that maybe we're getting just a Cheelai only leader, which is cool, and it might be like a heroine or something. So anyways, that's just speculation. Our yellow Broly BR card, which is like the old promo that got nerfed, but I think there's some support for it, which is cool. You can choose up to one of your opponent's skillless battle cards in rest mode KO, and if you do, KO a card and draw 1, or you can choose up to 1 yellow Broly BR card in your battle area, switch to active mode. So that's also just fantastic. This is mostly for the you can use that to put your a rival one back in active mode, and you can do some stuff with that too, which is really nice. So if you want to play Cheelai green yellow, you can. If you want to play Cheelai green red, you can. If you just play mono green, all 3 of those I think are kind of got some support coming forward, and that's really cool. So let's talk about the mono green deck that I have built. So here it is. It kind of looks like what I had made previous to this a couple weeks ago, as soon as I saw this 4-drop Broly. Also, shout outs to Cy Alexander, who reached out to me on Facebook with his own version of Cheelai Limo. I think he said that he looked at my original list for some inspiration, but I do want to shout him out, especially because I like some of his ratios and stuff and some of his card choices. So this is it's not 100% my deck, but I think it's based off my deck. But I just want to give him a shout out for real. I really do appreciate him reaching out to me on it. But yeah, here is the list I have right now. This is the new 1-drop, because it's not in this card database yet, so that's why that one's there. And it just has a really basic turn 1, 2, 3. So turn 1, you want to play your 1-drop Broly, get 2 balls into your drop area. Leader effect also gets you 1 to your drop area, so you have 3. And then turn 2, you want to play allied reinforcements. Depending on how many balls you have left and what you found and everything else, you can allied reinforcements for this. You do this one for sure, because it draws you 2 no matter what. And then you can also use you can get the other one as either the Cheelai the Beautiful or the Chilo and Limo the Bandits, which you can also get this guy if this can either just draw 1, place up to 2 Dragon Balls to your deck, to your drop to draw 1, or you can add a green desire to your hand. So you can add another allied reinforcements, the one that you just used, back to your hand. So if you've already found all your balls, you can get this back, and then after that you can awaken, and then you can use allied reinforcements again. You do have to have a clear board for it to get the effects of playing in 2 cards from it, but that's something you can do. which is kind of nice. It helps you with your recursion and everything. Also, this goes back to the bottom of your deck. Fortunately, this says specifically a Broly with any cost of 4. If it said this 4 or less, man, you could just play this card again and you could just get some free cycle. It would have been great, but we can't do that. So I think that's cool. I also think it would have been broken if this just said put it to your drop area, because then that would just mean that you can for free get a card to your drop area, which means you get this another draw one with this, which would have been nice, but it's fine. Allied Reinforcement still lets you drop a card from hand, so as long as you do have a Broly BR in hand, you can just drop it and then you can get it back. So you just don't actually lose any card advantage, which is cool. So that's kind of what you want to do. In turn you can awaken, and you can also awaken with just 1 energy, which means you can have an energy open for a dormant potential if you need to, or if you want to just do like another 1-star ball or anything like that, you can totally do that if you need to. And then from there, turn 3, you just really want to play Dark Broly Overwhelming Evil. Such a good card. I think it can really be helpful. Also, another card I forgot to add, we're going to add it right now live. We do really want to add the Trunks. It's the 3-drop Trunks. I'm going to add it right now. This guy, Trunks a Helping Blast, is such a good card. You get to play it for free when you play with... when you play the red-green one for free, because it just needs to have a, if you have a battle card in your battle area that's both red and green, you can play it. So I think this needs to be put in the deck too. I also don't think 58 cards. Like, you just want to be somewhere around 55 either way. And then, obviously you have less chances of drawing your Dragon Balls. And really, to awaken, you really only need to see 1 card. You need to just see Broly or Allied Reinforcements and you're fine. Obviously, if you're playing against King Vegeta, you do definitely need this 1-drop. And that's kind of like what part of the reason I like this card too, is because it helps you in the King Vegeta matchup. So normally, you play this for 1 and then you can't do anything. And then, like during your opponent's turn, they can play a guy on your board, and Allied Reinforcements, you have to have a clean board. So because of that, you can't... and you have to pay 1 to combo it away. So you can combo it away to clear your board out, but then you don't have the energy to do what you want. But with Broly, you can just use its effect to get the 1, and then after that, you're able to, with your other energy that's open, you can just use the effect to play the Allied Reinforcements and go from there. So I think that helps out that matchup a lot, and that's something I was personally looking for, so I'm happy that's a thing. What else do we got here? Other than that, I think it's pretty standard. Obviously, it's a bit of a tight list, but I think we get there. If you want to put another dormant potential, you totally can. Just the fact that you're able to just draw a lot and cycle a lot is so helpful in this deck. I think Homicidal Cleanse is a good pick too, especially since we kind of need to get down to 4 energy to get our Paraguses online. So that helps you out as well. And you can just kind of go from there. Kind of Wish is just so good. Allied Reinforcements, like, even if they pop your dude, just being able to play another one for pretty free is great. The only bad thing is that you have to play it from your deck, so we are running 1 Sandman just to put cards back into our deck if we need to. But just with Allied Reinforcements, we have to discard 1, but after we use it, we get to draw 2 with this guy, and then we're also able to use like this to draw 1 for free, or add Desire right back to our hand. We also are running the new Cheelai, not new, but the old Cheelai the Beautiful. So when one of your opponent's battle cards is KO'd, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in the drop area. So that's fairly good as well. You can either just hard swing into things and they die, or, for example, if we have our Dark Broly Overwhelming Evil, you can use its +2 to just pitch 1 card and make our opponent drop a card from hand, pop a card on field, and if they pop a card from field and you have this Cheelai the Beautiful out, that also means you get to draw on, make them discard another card. It's also not just on their turn, our turn is either turn. So let's say the next turn, they play something, you can play Frieza, you pop their thing, and then you make them discard another card. So that's really great in my opinion. This unfortunately doesn't pop, just sends it to warp, otherwise that'd be also broken. But that's kind of just the idea of it. You just kind of be really aggressive, and then you can play like a Rosie on turn 4, without much fear. This just does a lot of damage. We also have Son Gohan Hidden Might. This is really good for what we're doing too. You just play it for 2 energy, and then you can pop something, and then you make them drop a card from Cheelai, and then it's also double strike, and it gets around barrier, which we don't have any support for that right now. So I think this is like a really good idea, good start for the list. Dark Broly can really carry you for the entire game, and then also, obviously Majin Buu can just carry you too. Dark Broly is great for what it does, but and one of the big things it does is that it just, gets a lot of, markers on it, so it's just really impossible to remove. And then you can just say, oh, I can use Majin Buu on turn 4 if I need to, which is cool. So that's this list. I also do have a red-green list. I'm a little not as happy with this one, but I think it's the biggest thing is that the new one drop has really allowed this guy to work, which is really nice. This card's always been like a little bit too slow for me, only because you need to be able to, the idea of you have to have a red-green battle card in your energy, and then also, which is just kind of hard, right? You slow your turn down a little bit, and you want to be able to use your stuff, right? Like you want to be able to awaken as soon as possible, and that just kind of slows you down. So, but now what you can do is that with the new turn one, play this turn one, you can discard 2 cards from your, discard 2 balls and use this to, find another ball. So that's 3 balls down, and then you can use allied reinforcements and you can do that turn 1, right? You can use turn 1, you can just charge a red-green, and then after that, turn 2, just play this, and then you can use allied reinforcements, and you'd still have energy for it, because this is a 1, and this is 1 as well. So that's kind of why it's super good, because then you can say, oh, well, I can use, Super Saiyan Broly, and then also either like a Cheelai and Lima, so you can use one of these guys to draw 2, discard 1 balls, and maybe that's enough depending on how many you found. You can also just use the Wombo combo is that you use this Broly with this Cheelai, and so with this effect, this pops something too. So the idea with this is that you're able to make your opponent discard 2 cards, you get to play 2 cards, you get to draw a card, and KO one of their cards, which is just, that's fine. It's a good amount of, it's a good swing. You can do that on turn 2, and it's a cool swing. So that's just the idea, and then like you can do it again later with another allied reinforcements. Probably just bump this up to 4. We'll do it right now. But that's kind of just the idea for this deck. We'll put another word Cheelai. There we go. Obviously we don't run any of the we don't run any unisons, because this is kind of a tight list, and you kind of want a red green. And so you can also run this full power Broly Resident Evolution. This card's cool. I don't know if it's great, but you can use the new Evolution's Harbinger to go into it, which is kind of nice. And then you can also just use the Super Saiyan Broly Brawn Amplified. So if this card's in rest mode, if your opponent attacks the leader card, they reveal their hand, choose up to 1 card from it, and then send it to the warp, which is nice. Also, a Kind Wish. I really like this card for what it does too, and then you can play an energy of 4. Once again, if this could play a 1-drop, oh man, it could be really fun, because you could do this to Kind Wish into the new 1-drop, and then after that you can just do allied reinforcements for 1, and your board will still be clear. So then you could use like Broly and I don't know, this either Cheelai, you can get this Desire, use this to get a Kind Wish back, which is great. I mean, you can still do that, it just has to cost 2, and then you have to combo off this. I don't know. For the record too, you can use the activate main here to evolve into this guy, so if you want to. I just found like this is just kind of lackluster for what it does, but that is something you can do. And that's more or less it. I mean, Gogeta being able to snipe a damage is always good, and really everything else. So I think this also just lets the new the red green stuff actually do something, and you not be afraid to charge a red green energy, because it just gives you that 1 more energy to do what you want to do. Obviously, if you're playing against King Vegeta, you can't do that as easily. You kind of have to go, still play your own game for it. But that's kind of just what I haven't really tinkered with this deck too much. I haven't played with it, so it could just be bad. But I think there's an idea here that if you explore it, you can kind of find what you need for it. But I think that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much. You know what? Oh, why am I playing this guy? I guess you can just always do it for 2. Yeah, because you can't Spirit Boost because we're not running Unisons. I don't know. Maybe there might be a better Unison than this one. I liked it because it was green. So just there's a, let me see. We'll do it live. Is there a better? I mean, we'll just do the. Oh my gosh, really? We'll just do the easy one. We'll do Hero's Lineage, right? Yeah, we'll just put this in instead. That's probably just better. Boop. All right, there we go. That's the list. It's perfect. Wonderful. You should probably test it and see what you think about it. But I think it has some lines that are cool. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this new card. Let me know what you guys want me to cover next time. I think it's going to be Slug Mill, but if you want that to be something different, let me know. And that's going to be it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.